Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Buck Missionary back at it again. And today, a different kind of video. Like, subscribe, and share, hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Today, I'm gonna be talking about another passion of mine, Legos. There's a set that I've been wanting to get for a long time. I got the Coliseum going on and wanted to continue collecting these ancient wonders of the world. So it had to be, you probably already guessed it, the Great Pyramid of Giza. But here's the problem. If you really wanna have the full splendor and glory of the Pyramid of Giza, you can't just get one. Lego, you're pretty slick for this. So I didn't just get one. I ended up getting two. I did some research on how you could combine the two. Again, real slick on your part, Lego. It didn't necessarily include the pieces if you wanted to do it the right way, if there is a right way. But Lego, imagination is everything, so you'll know how it is. I'm gonna just tell you what some of my thoughts were, and then I'll show you what I did. So here's the problem. If you're gonna build two of these things and put them back to back, the tunnels are not going to be aligned. You're gonna have a set over here, and the other set's gonna be here. You want it to be a mirror image. That way, if you open up the pyramid, they actually match and they look like part of the same set. Let me show you the finished product right here, and then I'll talk about what I did. Check that out. I think it's pretty dope. Got a little bit more going on in the front. Got a little something different going on in the back. Here's my process for figuring out how to do this thing. Looked at a video, got an idea there. They said they had to use some extra pieces from a Mos Eisley Cantina set, which I don't have, so I made it my goal to see if I could rebuild this thing with only the pieces included from these two sets. And the process was simple. In the front, it's a little bit shorter with the water, but that's a really cool look. If I can find a way to include the water from the second set onto the front of this one, I can extend it a little bit. And then if I can find a way to cut off this base plate so there's only that half and use that, basically I'm moving things around. I hope it makes sense. I don't think I'm doing a very good job explaining this. So essentially what I ended up doing was starting to build both of them at the same time, the rear parts of the base here, and I stopped when I got to what would have been the water on the other side. I built that in a separate piece and left all of those pieces just on the side for me to use later. Had to figure out where to cut off this thing based on the plates that were being used. I think a 6x8 black flat plate. The same thing here. I had to figure out how far I could go out so I could still just use these 1x8s to get all the way around in these corner pieces. I think it came out pretty well. I wanted to go with these dead trees looking in the back with the dunes because it's further away from the water, so just to give the impression that there's a little bit less life going on back there. And then of course, extending the water out here, adding the extra boats out there too. I think that's a really cool look to expand the riverway there. But let's be honest, y'all don't really care about that. You wanna see what I did with the inside, right? Maybe you don't care about that either, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Ooh, look at that. And there you have it, mirrored. Exactly as it should be. All right, so let's take this apart a little bit and talk through it. We have these. This was pretty much mirror image on both sides. What you will notice is that the outside are mirror images of each other. Sorry, that the outside is not a mirror image of each other. I didn't build the front side backwards. They're exactly the same. So I followed the instructions for the most part to get this stuff together. But when it comes to the back, that's when we get to see that things are actually mirrored. I feel like I was thinking in 4D out here, right? I had to build the back backwards, but the front frontwards. It was weird. Ultimately, it was doable. There's a few things on the inside that are a little bit different from each one, but you can't tell from the outside and the front. They all look the same. And the most important part, of course, is that they mirror, they fit together, and they look like they actually belong to the same thing, which I think is super dope. So at the end of the day, we've got the Great Pyramid of Giza. I can't talk this morning. It looks pretty cool to me. We got the mirror image, so if you open it up, it actually looks like they belong together instead of just two sets slammed back to back together. And it only included pieces from within this set. There weren't enough black pieces to go all the way around because in the back, using those 6x8s, it just extended it just too far. So I had to come down a few extra layers here, but was able to use all the pieces that I didn't use from the second set to kind of build this sand dune kind of collapsing thing outside the border of this. And I ended up having to use these light tan pieces on the back side. On the front side, you'll kind of see the cause for this. And using these pieces to extend out here, I ended up having to use a double. Something I wanted to do was try to find a way to put both of these plates up there. A little light glare, can't see what I'm trying to do here. I wanted to have both of those plates there. I thought it'd be a really cool touch. Instead of feeling like I needed to switch it out, I'm gonna leave it here just like this, and that's the display. But anyways, I think it turned out pretty well. Great Pyramid of Giza, the full thing. That's how I would build it, back to back. And I think it's a little improvement on the full set. Only used pieces included in these 2 boxes, nothing else. Well, outside of the 2 pins to include them. But anyways, this is what we're rolling with. Great Pyramid of Giza, awesome set. Looking forward to adding it to the collection over here. Wonders of the World. And who knows what's next. Like, what you got? Hit me with it. If there's another set you want to see me build or put together or try to figure out something with, let me know. I'm not a pro, but I like to do this stuff for fun, and it is fun. So, once again, it's the Buff Missionary. We out here. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Like, subscribe, share, and we out. Peace.